this is unavoidable in regards to ESPN ish. The the loser of Sunday night's game got to get fired, right? And I'm talking about John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin. And in regards to Mike Tomlin, he shouldn't be fired. He should be either traded to another team, you know what I'm saying, or he should be able to do. He has built up enough credibility with his resume to exit the way that he wants to exit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So how I'm framing this question is we're gonna go in more in depth with it. It's way more. It's deeper than just if they lose, then we got to
That
just
he should be
fire
fired.
Mike Tomlin. In regards to John Harbaugh, I feel the same. I feel that this season was just unlucky,
Of course.
but at the same time, you had expectations that don't care about the luck.
Right.
So it does warrant it. You deserve to have some feet to your fire. You deserve to have some sense of urgency. You deserve to feel like, damn, bro, I could get fired. You deserve to have this fear of this my next season. If I don't win it all, you know what I'm saying? You should be going to work that way.
And
I do
my
feel that
thing,
way.
right. My thing is why I think that this game actually means more to John Harbaugh is because where like each coach kind of started in this era that they're in now.
Go ahead,
John
elaborate.
Harbaugh was already on the way, like he was going to get fired that season until they played Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's almost as if, hey, this like you literally had your job saved by nothing that you really did per se outside of bringing in this kid and then being able to mid-season craft an offense for him. But the issue is now you've been through numerous iterations of offenses and now also numerous iterations of defenses. And each time it feels like something is going wrong. And I understand, like for me, once you start seeing that joke on like Twitter, where it's like, oh, it's bad because John like Harbaugh got a play sheet. He ain't never had a play sheet in his career. So now it's like, yeah, dog. Like to me, it's like it's kind of how I felt about Norvell last season. Like, hey, bro, you was brought in as an offensive coach. You bring in Gus Malzahn, and then even that don't work, and you've never been a great recruiter. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what use do we have for you now?
Mm-hmm.
To me, at least with Mike Tomlin, you can still explain what use you have for him, even though things may have gotten stale. You can at least explain stability. To me, with what Harbaugh is going through now, and the way that this team has played, and the way that this team has been bounced, like in these playoffs, it to me it's like, what use do we have for you? Because it's not like you're just like losing close games. You're losing because big fumbles in big moments, like in multiple years. You're losing because sloppy play and you can't, maintain a lead. You're losing because you have a lead and then in the fourth quarter, Derrick Henry do not touch the ball. So to me, it's like, okay, maybe we need a change and a shakeup of the highest order because we've shooken up the defensive coordinators. We fired Wink Martindale. We fired Greg Roman. We brought in Todd Monken. And it looked really good for a second. And now it looks stale again. We bring in, like we had McDonald in the building. We decided we want to keep continuity. We get Zach Orr up in here. Things don't look as good as they have been, like as they did under McDonald. And we see what he is doing there. So again, it's like, what do you offer us. You a special teams guy. Special teams ain't even like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So again, and I'm not saying like everything is like just all down in the dumps. They've had issues. They have had to deal with injuries, but we've seen that's just a part of the game.
And that's why I said I wanted to go in depth when it comes to the ESPN ish of this in particular, because the moment that Lamar got hurt,
Yeah.
the defense started to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, they wasn't the dominant Ravens defense that we're accustomed to seeing, but at the same time, Mike 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 McDonald didn't just come in and just they was all of a sudden triple crown of the defense.
For sure.
It took some time for that defense to understand what he was doing.
Right.
Because once again, once he moved on from Wink Martindale, the defense was good.
Yeah.
And it was a surprise that he moved on from Wink Martindale. That's not how revisionist history here.
Oh no. I'm not saying
I know you're not. I know you're not. I know I was speaking in general. Okay. So that's different. Like it was bad. Like the beginning of the season, this defense was bad. Like it was like, boy, what are they doing? I made the wrong hire because I let who they thought was going to be the heir apparent to Mike McDonald. He ends up going to Miami. And he pop up with, Zach Orr. Cool. Hey, all your hires have been hits. At some point, you're going to miss. That's Dan just Campbell. That's just the Dan Campbell. What?
Similar. Like he lost Ben Johnson, and now like the coordinators, every. I'm not saying it's terrible. Hear me out. But
no.
Things like it may not have been a hit. I mean, and it may not have been a miss. It may be okay. But you went from a high hit with Ben Johnson. And so now trying to sustain that, and so I'm saying that you go from McDonald.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so trying to basically transfer that over immediately, it don't hit the same. But sometimes when you when you may be on a short leash, you can't afford that. That's what I'm saying.
I had thoughts about the Lions stuff. I almost chimed in, but that's what threw me off. So that's what I had to stop.
I'm not saying it's just like
I'm gonna go with a better analogy. I think a better situation. The Bucks.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles, you had Dave Canales. Oh, offense is lit. You go get Liam Cohen. The offense is better than Dave Canales. You lose both of them. And then you go get this guy. Hey, I technically ain't really saying that he bad. If we had time to go in depth about the Bucks, we could talk about it. Because I'm not necessarily ready to blame him. But
because there was injuries, there was things that happened.
Yeah.
At Buka, he
everybody
hit a wall. He hit a wall.
He definitely hit a wall.
And so it's just like
the offensive line wasn't the same thing, and
worse was
yeah. But you wasn't them. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So think about the hits that you had. Like these are the hits. At some point, you how we talk about hits. At some point, you coming out the studio, hey, that song ain't like laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gonna go from Pan to the Timmy Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, hey, it seemed good until it's time to press play.
Let's get back on the subject. When it comes to John Harbaugh, like I said, I'm a fan, so it may sound like I'm caping for him. Like I said, I think they just have had bad luck, and at some point, you cannot plan for the bad luck, and sometimes the luck is just inevitable. Like I said, the fumbles.
Yeah.
The Lamar not playing like MVP self at times in the playoff. Is that on you? No. These blown leads are. You feel what I'm saying? These blown leads are. Derrick Henry not touching the ball. Like in the second half after scoring.
Right.
You mean to tell me you can't? You don't need a play sheet. You can hit that button and say, "Hey, look, he ain't touched the ball."
And it's like he
You
had
know
like,
what I'm
and
saying?
then also throwing in like, hey, Keaton Mitchell got some burn late in the season. It's like, what's like what we've been doing with him?
What
We
the
been
hell?
knew he was like we been knew he could do that.
What the hell Ali doing in the game?
Who 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 the hell is this? Who, Ali? This is not the same lunatics. Get his ass off the field.
You'll put Murphy Lee on this damn
God
Keywan.
damn it.
What Keywan?
Keywan. Someone eat Keywan. Joel. God damn it. Roll again.
Get Ali up out of the.
What is he doing in the game?
Yo, both of the Ali's don't deserve
None of them. None of them.
not one of. But,
God damn.
but
Every time I think about this, like something like that, it just reminds me of why Zach Taylor need to be fired.
I try to avoid this, bro, because we can keep doing. We can do this all night. We can do this all night. But in regards to Tomlin, bro, in regards to Tomlin, at some point, change is going to have to happen
For sure.
in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? And
Either at coach or how they do things.
and how they do things have been different.
Right.
Khan came in and did some things, bro. This roster, what we talk about the process, right?
Yeah.
The process has, since he's taken over, that process has been picture perfect, flawless. I'm not even gonna cap, bro. Things that
Steelers fans have loved what he was doing in the offseason.
they've been getting everything they wanted. I mean, not everything, but they've been getting what they wanted. Con season and all that. He's been doing this thing. But in regards of how you go about getting your coaches, your philosophy of how to win games, at some point, you, Tomlin, you're going to have to modernize, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sorry, I burped right.
Boy got acid reflux, boy.
Yeah,
You
it's
been
really
been going crazy.
crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. But and I understand. I understand. I do understand his thought process, bro. And I'm not gonna go in depth about it again. But like I said, once you see how other teams win, you can convince yourself that, hey, bro, I'm not crazy. Like you
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like we can win this way.
You could definitely feel as if like, you aren't far off. You can do things. And again, I think what makes it really tough for both of these coaches is truly because of what happened to this division. This division was literally just handing it away to each other. And that's one thing that I could say, um, if Tomlin loses this game. That's why I would say he needs to be fired. My reason for him and Harbaugh are actually completely different.
Okay.
Because to me, I think Harbaugh is like kind of like what I said. It's just like, what value do you bring here? Like, you've had different iterations and we just haven't kind of like got there. With Mike Tomlin, it's like, bro, you had 3 months of the season damn near with no Joe Burrow and no Lamar, and you playing for your life. And I'm not saying, and again, I'm not necessarily like, because again, let's not forget, one of them losses came against Joe Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
So it, like, yes, they ended up winning that game. That kind of like took, like, really put it, like, almost like put Cincinnati basically out of it, but it didn't quite yet. But it's like some of them games, like, hey, dog, this would change your whole entire season, the whole trajectory of your season. And this division was low key handed to you on a platter.
But
And so to me, that's what I mean when I say like it might just be time for a change, because just like the the status of this division on what we thought it was preseason and where it was during the season was literally kind of like It's yours for the taking.
We can say that, and I'm not saying you're wrong. But when I kept emphasizing the process and the result, now this is one of those times that we thought that this was their process. This was their process. They were
Yeah,
going to in they were going to end up in this road here regardless.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now I get it. They had some help. Like you said, Burrow was out. You had no business, you know, and Lamar was out. And if the Ravens was going through a funk, you had an opportunity, a uptick to take a chokehold on the division. But at the end of the day, they are who they are. They can win Sunday.
yeah. They definitely can.
They can
My
win
point.
Sunday. But then what? But then what? Because if they go out there and lose again, once again, that's just, and I'm not saying this like I'm hating or negative, but this is what we thought. Get to the playoffs or get to the playoffs or get close to the playoffs and you lose again.
Right. But like my whole thing is just like again, like I said, with I know it may seem like oh we was hot, but the Bengals with Joe Flacco, bro was new there. Just last week losing to the Browns, like another one. Like I know everybody wants to say oh it's a division game. I get that,
That's true.
but you still to me those are things that you really like. That's how you put your stamp on this season. You win that game, this don't matter. You get
Correct.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You win that Bengals game, this don't matter. And we just been talking about the Bills. They put up 10 points against the Bills. Like, and we've been talking about the Bills defense is the problem.
Yeah.
You put 10 points like you put no 7 points against the Bills. I'm sorry, they put 10 points up against who did they put 10 points up against? It don't matter. I'm trying to look it up while talking. But yeah.
It don't matter.
Oh, it was 12 against the Bengals.
That defense?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, so you think about it, losing to the Browns, only putting up 12 against the Bengals, who we know defense ain't like that. You put up 7 against the Bills. Those are 3 opportunities where we say, like, you could, like, even just one of them, the division is yours. You win 2 of them, you ran away with it and locked it up. And you had, what was it, a 3-game lead, 2-game lead when Lamar went out. Like, when Lamar was playing, y'all
Yeah.
had a lead. And so to be playing, that's what I mean, to be playing for your life right now and the way things have happened, and for the Steelers to believe they are the franchise that they are, to me, what has been your result, regardless of the process, has not been good enough. Because I think eventually, sometimes we've seen dudes get fired just based off of the result. Shit, Marty Schottenheimer got fired after a 14-2 season
Yeah, that was crazy.
because because the
Because
because
the result.
because of the result. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've seen dude like we've seen Andy Reid go to Super Bowls. You couldn't get there. People felt like, oh, you're not running the ball enough. But hey, the process was there. But eventually, we want the like if we feel like we hitting on the process or the process is solid or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you want to at least start to see some results. Like we've seen, in this iteration, we've seen the Steelers lose to a Browns team in the playoffs. It's not good enough. And this ain't even come like you know me, I'm trolling. This is like to me, this is like I'm not even trolling. I'm being dead serious. Like
Yeah.
you want your result to start matching up, and like you're not there. And it's been too long. It's been like, yes, you've had the stability and you've had your chances, and you've had the we haven't been able to find a quarterback thing. But it's only so much that, all right, but 9-7, 9-8, 10-8, or 10-7. Like, I get it. Yeah, you're not losing. But is it the result that we are setting out for? Is
Yeah.
it the goal that we setting out for?
Before we
And
before,
eventually, yeah.